Hello, hello. Are we live yet? Yes, I think
Hello.
we are.
Hello.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are streaming in right now. Welcome, welcome. So today we have another chat. Okay, so this time we have very special guest, XueDAO, and I've personally met a few of them in Taiwan myself last year. And yeah, so my name is Jason, and I'm the Asia Community Manager at Oasis. Just want to say welcome to all our community members tuning in right now, and feel free to ask questions during our chat. We will answer them right after our chat. And yeah, so today's event is basically the names already explains itself, right? It's XueDAO, so we are chatting with a DAO, and yeah, welcome guys. Maybe you guys can introduce yourself.
All right. I think let me go first, and then Albert, also Jennifer. So I'm Kevin, and I'm one of the co-founder of XueDAO, and I'm still studying. I'm in my last year in National Taiwan University. My major is economics, but also I have been joining the industry for around 3 years. Usually, I serve as a solidity engineer. So right now I'm working on at the Library Capital is an database organization platform. So yeah, that's my personal background.
And I'm Albert, and I also the builder team lead for in XueDAO, and I'm focused on host a co-learning day or host some hackathon or like some build something cool things in the hackathon. And I'm currently Master 1 in National Taiwan University, and I study in communication engineering. And I'm about to graduate maybe last year. I hope so. And that's all. Maybe Jennifer can start your
Yeah,
introduction.
hello guys. So I'm Jennifer. I graduated last year actually. So Kevin and I founded the XueDAO together last year, and basically we are a student like a developer community. So you can see that Kevin, Albert are all students, but I graduated like last year. So I'm starting my full-time job already, but I'm actually in Web2 company. So it's kind of like weird that, but I spend my free time in 学到 and also in Web3 community. So yeah, good to know you guys. Thank you.
Awesome, guys. Thank you so
Mhm.
much for sharing. And so let's dive right into XueDAO, right? Like, I think our audience are very excited to learn more about XueDAO. So maybe you guys can like share a little bit about like a brief overview of what XueDAO does and maybe your core mission.
Okay, so I think I will take this question. So 学到 is, as I mentioned, that we are like probably one of the biggest student developer Web3 community in Taiwan. So our vision is to show the world that Taiwanese student can build. So why we start this is actually because I'm actually from business school. I'm not a developer by myself, but I joined the National Taiwan University FinTech Club like 2 years ago. So I met Kevin, I met Albert there, and I find them really interesting and have a lot of like innovation power. So I think they are super cool because that was probably my first time have a developer friends. So I started thinking about how can I actually utilize my ability. Like I think I'm doing very good at presentation and building community, connect with people. So how can I like put this kind of the my talent and to also help them and help the students, outstanding students to actually be in sync by the industry. So we started thinking about we should actually build a community, and you can probably imagine that before we actually joined a lot of hackathon together, but after we got the prize, we didn't actually being recognized by the society. Like it's just like a random student got a prize in hackathon. But once we start a community or we have 学到, actually we can get that kind of voice and also recognition being spread in the industry. So we started thinking about that we can host a community, we can show the world, show the industry that how 学到 contributor is talented in developing something in Web3. And to the further stage, we want to show the world that talent student can build. So after we start start a 学到, we start with a very simple study groups at first, and then we start thinking about we want to host the very first student-only hackathon in Taiwan. So we did it in last year as well in June, and it was amazing that we only prepared for 2 months, 3 months, but 120 developer joined the hackathon. All students, 80% of them are first-time hacker, and we are so proud of that. We can see we have the momentum in Taiwan that students want to build, students talented. So it's how we begin, and yeah, I think we can add more details later. Yes.
Awesome,
Yeah.
awesome. Really like what you guys are building, and yeah. So I personally met them. So FYI, guys, I met them in Taiwan, and yeah, really like what they are doing within like the community, and yeah. So moving on to my next question, which is somewhat similar to the first. I think you already answered a little bit, maybe. So how does XueDAO envisions its role in shaping the Web3 landscape? And obviously, you're coming from like building community and also like helping developers grow, right? Like maybe you want to add a little bit on this question.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. So I think actually we found that a lot of the Web3 companies actually they want to attract or they want to engage with students, but they probably have no way to get into. So it was not our motivation at the beginning that we actually just want to have fun. So we gathered together. But after we found 学到, after that first hackathon, after we are probably like kind of being recognized by the society, we found that a lot of the companies or the industry players starting want to connect with us because they want to engage students. And I think we share that same mission is that student is the future talent or the future worker in this industry. So why not we just like early engage the students and probably starting with education and study groups and also hackathon. I think there are so many ways that students actually get interested in, and also the company also want to engage students by that kind of way. So I think 学到 shaping the Web3 future is that we are provide or we are engage the future talent in an early stage, and also how can we do like have a lot of the ways like study group and hackathon to like attract more people to have fun together with us. So I think we are probably the gateway of industry and the student community. Also, we want to make friends like together.
Yeah.
Yes.
What I add up
And yeah.
thing, like Jennifer say gateway, and also I think it's also probably like a bridge and also like an accelerator, talent hub. That's what we want to build to basically that student stronger together and to be able to like amplify what students did and then to just let them present.
Just
Awesome.
to add in that, I also find some teammates on our community and together
Yeah.
to build something cool things that I think is very interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, also like in terms of like matching perspective, me personally and Albert, we also find several good hackathon team member there. So it's also a good place to mingle with anyone, and not only developer, but we also like define builder. So you don't have to necessarily become coding guys. You can like PM, you can do PM, do marketing, do product design. You are builder, whoever like help to push the product to like do the services, then you're the builder we are looking for.
Awesome. I think you guys are really doing great work, and I keep saying that, right? Because I'm really impressed like by like what you guys are building. Yeah. So moving on to the next question. So this is a little bit on the finance side of things, right? So how do you see DAO and decentralized banking evolving in Asia?
Yeah. Jennifer, we want to take this one? I think yeah, like because Jennifer work in the more like a TripFi perspective, should probably be more like have good position to answer this, but I kind of want to add on my personal view for this question. Like in Asia, DAO, first of all, I think this is kind of too separate. I didn't see like the direct relationship, but DAO in Asia, I think we also similar with our culture. We are like kind of usually work as a team. So so I think DAO is more popular in Asia from my own observation, or probably I kind of in contact with most of the Asian DAO. So I think that's one. And for decentralized banking side, yeah, Jennifer is back, so I think she'll probably take this one.
Yeah, okay. So to be honest, I have no that much observation outside of Asia regarding to DAO, but I think Taiwan is actually thrive. Like we have a lot of DAOs in Taiwan. We have woman-focused DAO, and we
Yeah,
have like event-focused DAO, and we have like a lot, and also student-focused
even
DAO.
food,
So
pizza DAO.
even food, yeah. So I think it's just like usually when I explain what is DAO to people, I think it's just a like kind of club, like gather people share the same interest, and actually we do not really care about too much serious things. I think like personally, 学到 when we do the operation, we don't really do the decentralized voting that serious, or we don't like we just if we have any additional fund that we don't need to like yeah, additional fun that we will go to eat together and like happy together. So I think that was just like people gather like very crazy, and I think that is probably the picture of DAO in Taiwan. That just there's so many different clubs, like and people can have fun together. And regarding to decentralized banking, actually I'm from Web2 company that from financial institution. And recently, our company also starting thinking about the if we like a Web2 banking should step into blockchain, because we have recent update from the government that actually the banks can issue stable coins. So I think that is the starting point.
Oh, she
Jennifer
got
is,
this.
yeah, she's disconnected. But I think overall, like even Taiwan, Taiwan seems to be like a follower, like behind America, Hong Kong, or even Singapore. But basically, what I have mentioned, Hong Kong, Singapore, they already kind of move very fast, and then the regular clarity is like keep increasing. So that definitely we are looking for and like trying to see what seems to happen. But still, if we want to have some mass adoption, definitely to be able to considering compliance is also a very good issue, because me personally also work on database stuff. So this is a must-have stuff. But in Taiwan, we are still like keep involved in this.
Awesome. Yeah, so thanks for sharing, right? I think it's very insightful because we usually have a lot of DAO in Asia. I do agree. And honestly, I feel like DAO is just another word for community. It's basically the same thing, like I think what Jennifer mentioned, right? It's just,
Exactly.
yeah, it's exactly the same thing, right? Whether in Web2 or Web3. Yeah, but
Yeah.
moving on, okay. Back to XueDAO, right? So why is XueDAO hosting a student-only hackathon, and what is the rationale behind it?
Yeah, that's actually a very good question, to be honest, because it starts from our own problem. To be honest, like me and Albert, we joined hackathon, no matter it's from Taiwan's government or from other industry, Web2 or Web3 or even East Global. We love it, but we kind of observe a problem that the participation rate of student usually not that good. We haven't find a lot of Taiwan students, even though they are technically capable to join, but they still somehow afraid of, or don't have friends, don't have teammates to join. So that's what we observe. So we kind of want to lowering the entry barrier for them. And also we make it student only so that they can just ask their classmate, ask their friends who also maybe still studying college, still studying university, then they can join together. And also give them more incentive and also winning chance. So you will not be able to, by adding this kind of restriction, you are not seeing like very mature product, like even the entire startup team join the hackathon. That's the thing we want to prevent. So that's the somehow one of the rationale. So the incentive wise, winning chance to get that, then have more opportunity to be seen. And also the second point I want to add on is that by narrowing down this kind of participant profile, we are able to have more specific goal, result, and also let's just cite an real example like workshop. We can very specifically just vet them because our goal is to empower them, so we can have more like entry level, starting from Solidity 101, teach them the syntax to use the framework, Foundry framework, to be able to deploy testing. And also we add some front-end integration workshop. So this is more like helpful for this kind of entry-level profile. Instead of like ETH Global, they usually do, because most of them are senior or like super experienced developer, so they usually have different sponsor, like just doing some technical integration workshop, how to use their SDK, how to deploy on their blockchain. But we want to be more education oriented. So that add on this kind of restriction help us to shaping our goal, and also to provide more practical approach. So that's from my side. Maybe Albert, you also want to add on more?
Oh, yes, I just want to share that I also see that some of students join our hackathon for the first time in the Web3, and they also keep building or keep learning, and also win some like Global or like a big hackathon winner and win some big prize. Also, I think one of the Kevin teammate also from the Web2 and join our hackathon and join to a Web3. Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's a real story. Like me and Albert met with one of our friends, and he eventually decided to step into Web3, and right now do internship with Albert just right now.
Wow.
So, yeah, that's
So
really
there's a
good.
student who's currently doing internship with Albert right now.
Yes, and
Okay.
and from the metric side, we also see most of the students are first time Web3 hackathon. We do like kind of achieve our goal to onboarding them to the Web3, and then when we kind of keep track what they are doing right now, half of them are still very active in Web3, and even as Albert just mentioned, even join the last Is Global in Taipei with us. So it's very inspiring and exciting to see how we become more and more impactful, specifically in Taiwan as a local community here.
Yeah, I think it's awesome, right? Like just now you mentioned that you guys are basically acting as a bridge to nurture new talents. Like I think Jennifer and you mentioned that from Web 2 into the Web 3 space. And yeah, so I want to touch on a little bit on that side, right? So you mentioned you guys are sort of like a bridge, right? So what are the approach to help students to reach out to international resources?
Yeah, so right now I think the easiest way is just like sharing related information or opportunities specific for student or entry level, no matter it's like even a Twitter post, even like a job opportunity. So we have our own Telegram community. It's public, everyone can join. Right now we have around 400 to 450 member inside that. So we were sharing international resources, local resources, or even job opportunity from our collaboration project or any other team we've met. If they wanna recruit internship, if they wanna recruit entry level, I'm super appreciated, but they will first think of, oh, 学到, I know there's some good talent here, so they will prioritize us and then share their opportunity on our job board first before going others major job board. So that's first. And we also partner with developer focus or even business related conference to act as a community partner to get some tickets like Token 2049, which just ended. We usually partner with them, and also like other conference to WebEx in Tokyo, Korean Blockchain Week, or other within Asia. So or ETHCC, we also get to student tickets. So for our contributor to incentivize them to keep producing good content for the community. So that's a second approach. And I also want to add on our new launch kind of program. It's called GeoHF. So everybody know GeoHF is like good luck and have fun. We kind of do a little bit further. We rename this as a Global Learning Hacking Fund. So we partnership with several impactful senior entrepreneur or developer or like KOL in Taiwan. They also host Taipei Blockchain Week, Jackie or Martinet, Cheng Wu, and others. So they are very impactful and resourceful, and we help them recruit or kind of amplify, announce this kind of news to our student community. So basically, we provide scholarship and mentorship to that student. Freely join international hackathon. So for batch one student, we send them to WebEx and also ETH Tokyo, though it's from the local community in Japan. So that's our batch one student. And batch two, me personally joined that one. We win a prize eventually in the East Global Bangkok. So yeah, that's very inspiring. Also, I think it's help us to, we don't have to, because we're a student, but they give us chance to be able to join them without considering financial burden. So that's very important. And also we very appreciate these kind of resources. So we also want to shape give back culture within the program. So we have a rule: if we use the resource and then we get the prize, eventually we will give back a percentage to the funds to empower next batch student to let them keep attending others hackathon, eventually trying to have a recycle, like a sustainable talent pool, talent program. So helping more students to be able to step out Taiwan, even step up Asia, to see how others country, how others worlds, how they progress, and what they have focused on their local Web3 industry. So that's a very interesting part. And our next step, we want to building more and more partnership with global Web3 project or simply industry player to provide more practical resources for our members. So that's how we currently and also future we want to provide to our member.
Great. I think I really like the part where you mentioned that you guys help students to get to conferences, go to hackathons, and whoever they win, they sort of give back a percentage of their prize pool in back into the DAO. And I think this is a very sustainable way of running a community. And yeah, I think once the flywheel activates itself, and then everyone will just come in and learn together, and then grow together, and then win together, and then after that it just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Yeah, I really like the idea.
Exactly. We aims to be more like organically growth. So we typically do not have like advertisement or ask people to join us, force them to join us. Everyone is just like they they kind of see the value to join us. If it's a win-win, if it's a cultural fit, then we're welcome to everyone.
Awesome. So when it comes to getting students into Web3 industry, right? What are the any do you face like any difficulties for like local students? Is there any language barrier, or like probably in terms of technical skill barrier, or any kind of difficulties?
Yeah, I think maybe I can answer these questions. Yeah, honestly, when I first got into Web3, I'm super confused since there are so many terms like the phrase, MetaMask, Solidity, ZK, or Layer 2 rollup, or optimistic rollup, and so many like these things terms that I haven't seen it in a Web2. So I just like where I can just start it and what's the part I need to start it first. And also, I think the hardest part is just no place and no the resource to tell me that which one I should learn. And I Google one thing and you will tell me like 10 more phrases to let me to know it, and it's just like searching and searching, and it's so many different terms. So I think it's also what we build ShadeOut. We want to integrate more developer to join and study together. And also, I'm very like lucky to have like Kevin. I meet Kevin at our blockchain club, and I just learn from it. And when I found something bug or found something difficult to learn, I have one person. I have many person to learn from it. And I think it's what we want to build a ShadeOut, a student-focused community to let the student to learning together and also building together. Yeah. So I think the difficulty may just like no place to start and no one to ask, and we just want to solve this problem. Yeah. Maybe Kevin can add some more
Yeah.
experience.
I want to amplify a little bit, like Edward mentioned. Also, Jennifer have introduced. We are originally from NTU FC. It's a fintech club, so we kind of see the power of talent network effect. So if I'm just study learning alone, I just kind of get confused every day, every night. Even though we got ChatGPT right now, so but it's like the learning curve still kind of steep. But like if we have more and more people, friends join us along the learning journey, it becomes more smooth, and we can learn from each other. Like I'm personally focused on real world asset, maybe Albert. Right now he's interested in AI agent, in Solana development, in other area. Jennifer from more Web2 side, or Andrew, he's very experienced in meme cultural, meme trading. So like it's everyone have their different focus point, and we just kind of sharing with each other. So that's a network effect we are looking for. So eventually we shifting from club to just purely student club, and then become like a student to entry level DAO. We are not restrict our member to have a student like identity, but yeah, in Web3 we are all students, so that's what we want to build a network effect.
Awesome. Yeah, I really like what you have, like the whole peer learning concept, right? Like everyone is just out there doing your own stuff. Everyone has their own niche of like maybe one specific sub niche of like each crypto or like web3 category, and then eventually you guys just come together, have like a peer learning session where you just sort of teach each other and basically just grow way faster than trying to web3 is like always evolving. You can't really just be by yourself like a lone ranger and just learn of everything yourself. So yeah, I do align with this idea as well, and yeah, I think it's great. So just now you also spoke about partnership a little bit, right? Like you mentioned you have partnership with different partners to like help you guys go to different conferences and maybe grow your community as well, right? So what are the types of partnerships for XueDAO right now that you think is the most valuable in terms of maybe tech education, funding, or mentorship?
Yeah. I think let me start the question, and then Jennifer, Albert, feel free to add on. So from my perspective, first of all, if we want to grow like sustainable, like we definitely need some fund source. So we are eagerly also looking for some grant partnership. Let me cite a real example. So previously we have like a write-a-thon program with other developer-focused community. We write some article for them, technical related, for them. No matter they give us some like topic, and then we amplify. We have our writer to produce the content, and eventually we got some grants from it. So that's what I think it's a win-win. We learn from the journey from the program, and we also get some funds from it, and the sponsor, they get the content they want, and also have some like marketing. They also support the next generation. So I think that's definitely a win-win I'm looking for. And other part, I think Jennifer, Albert, please add on something. Then yeah.
Yeah, okay. I think I can add on something that actually in Taiwan we have a lot of student community, but people or different community are probably like responsible for different stage of students. Like for example, NTUFC or student club in the university, they are actually take care of the entry level knowledge or equip student with basic knowledge and basic skill about blockchain. However, in XueDAO, that's also what we want to build is that a more advanced environment for them to study about blockchain. However, when we talk about the more advanced, actually like XueDAO is quite, we don't actually only Ethereum focus or Arbitrum or something. We don't focus on a specific chain. So if you want to go further in advanced or detail, it's actually a lot, like different chain have different skills or a lot of knowledge to equip. So it's hard for us to actually just deeply connect with specific chain or resources. So we prefer to start with hackathon. That's I think we think that that is the most practical way for students to learn the advanced skill by like practically doing something or building something. And it's also meet our like goal is that we don't focus on specific one, but a very general one. So I think Ethereum, like East Global, they just closed a hackathon last month in Taiwan, and that is one of probably I think the classic partnership that we have met. Like we connect with them and provide a discounted for registration for students, and also we host two like workshop in like before the hackathon. So we try to help equip students with like related knowledge and skills beforehand and help them to like shine in the hackathon. So I think cooperate with hackathon host and also or some of the builder focused communities, probably one of the classic member like partnership that we will pursue with. Yes.
Yeah.
Honestly, I have nothing to add on. I think Jennifer just tell all the things, so let's skip.
Yeah. No, Albert, definitely, because Albert is like the main host for our next session of co-learning. The topic is ZK in life, and then Albert is familiar with ZK, and we met one of the um, sponsor or one of the participants in East Global. Me and Albert joined that track and then win the prize, and then we found the product, the solution that they build is interesting, so we just ask, hey, if we introduce your product, your business in our co-learning workshop, what do you think? Do you feel like it's a good fit? You want to add on something? You want to make this happen, or like have more exposure? Let us know. So that's also a win-win we're looking for. And yeah, and in terms of like mentorship, we also want to have more like senior, even developer, even like PM from different community, from different career path to join our sharing section. We have host before. We got one career sharing from developer side, Devrio from Zurich, and the developer manager from I think from a wallet company. But also we are looking for uh, non-dev position, maybe PM or other hackons, other position to share what kind of skill they need and how to smoothly onboard, how to equip themselves to be a job ready junior. So that's also a good starting point.
Yeah, I think it's very interesting that you guys are not just focusing mainly on tech, because I know you guys are very heavily on the like hackathon side of things, right? Like teaching students what is Web3, like the fundamental from fundamental all the way to intermediate and all the way to advanced as well, right? But it's nice to hear that you guys are also focusing on different niche. So like in Web3, there's always like the tech side of things where you code, where you build, right? And then also on the business side of things where you have like the whole BD team, marketing and community. And yeah, basically you guys are also trying to cover that as well. So yeah, I think it's very, very good that you guys are covering the whole space itself, like nurturing students into basically a job ready junior role, right? Like you mentioned, all the way from students into the Web3 space. Yeah, I think it's interesting as well. And moving on to my next question, right? So, have you guys partnered with other DAOs or like any blockchain projects internationally? And if so, what are the key learnings that you want to share with our community members?
Okay. I think let's just continue the example I have cited before. We partnered with Gen 3. It's Solana. It's the biggest Solana Taiwan developer community. So we do Rackathon with them. And so, as I just mentioned, it's just an ideal partnership we are looking for. So we also have some sweet partner, Andrew, one of our contributor, uh, contribute in a program called Sui Mover. They also equip Sui developers. So I think it's about, from my practical perspective, I think it's about the coverage. Though we are sharing the same goal to equip developer, but like right now most of our resources come from EVN side, but we are also very appreciate any resources outside of EVN, because I know student or other like new player, newcomer, they may not specifically only interested in EVN. So like partnership with other Sui Solana focused community also help us to broaden our coverage for our envision. So that's a good example I'm thinking.
Yeah. I want to add on another example is from previous when we hosted a hackathon last year, we connect with Blockchain for Good. It's actually Blockchain for Good Alliance. I think they are from Singapore. And I think it's interesting that when we talk about blockchain, we don't really discuss about public good in Taiwan that much. But we found that Singapore is quite advanced in this kind of area and topic. And also another interesting point is that because as you mentioned that probably in the hackathon and also from different projects, they are super builder focused. Like they really want to see something is built and also like they check GitHub and something. But what we want to do is also to foster the non-tech role in Taiwan or for students. So the Blockchain for Good, they sponsor our hackathon as one of their track, and they don't really require students, the developer, to build something like for real. But you can provide some of the interesting concept about public good and utilizing blockchain. So I think that is a good example that how we connect with them and get into interesting topic that is not common in Taiwan, and also we provide students have the chance that you don't really need to technically build something, but you can brainstorm it and provide the value of the ideas. Yeah. Yes.
That's ideal phone.
Idea
Yeah,
thought. Yeah.
it was like ideas when people just come together, just brainstorm, create something cool, but you don't have to build it, right?
Yeah. It's quite suitable for students, I think, especially for entry level students. Yes.
Awesome. All right. So I think we are a little bit. Oh, we still have a little bit time. So moving on to my. Oh, this is my final question, by the way. So this is very much related back to what XueDAO right does, right? So what just want to understand what is the most exciting thing about XueDAO that you guys are planning to do in your roadmap, maybe in the near future, in the short term, probably like the next 6 to 12 months.
Yeah. Okay, I think I can start with it. And so, as Kevin mentioned, we are hosting Global Hackathon Fund. So, I think the most exciting thing is that we want to push more students to go outside of Taiwan. I think that is our main point that show the world that Taiwan student can build. So we need to push the student outside of Taiwan. But that is one angle. But the other angle is that when international resources come to Taiwan, how can we utilize it and also show the students that there are a lot of opportunities. So for example, one thing excites me a lot is that also is East Global Taipei last month, and XueDAO contributor personally, we submit around 8 projects, and 6 of 8 projects, like 6 out of them won the prize, and like 5 are first prize actually in different track, and also one is East Global finalist. So I think, yeah, I think this is the very exciting news for us that XueDAO contributor we met actually last year. So we are a group of friends and we met for 1 year from our starting. People or contributor here are mature enough to won the first prize in global hackathon, and I think that is one of the most exciting thing for me when in the whole journey of XueDAO, and that's also why we want to push further in the future in the upcoming years or months, that whenever there is international resource in Taiwan, how can we motivate students to try, and also how can we show the students that actually you have the potential to do it. You see the XueDAO contributor, all students, they can still do it. So something like this, like two angle, and we want to connect students with international stage and resources. Yes. And how about Kevin and Albert?
Yeah, we have some undergoing discussion with other student community outside of Taiwan. So I personally very excited about it because different student community focus on different area, have different like stakeholder, different resources. So if we right now, I think we kind of already finished our stage 1, just prove that have some proof of concept that we do show the world that Taiwanese student can build. We partnership with X Global. We won some prize. Okay, that's stage one. So how can we leverage it and then expand our like impact, and then eventually kind of closer to our end vision. So we still want to expand more partnership with similar type of community, but outside of Taiwan, they also gathering very good talent pool, and eventually, I think we can have more international community, have more international collaboration as well. So we can provide more value to our sponsor or for our member as well. So that's why I'm saying that because we are achieving, most of the student community, we share the same vision. So right now, stage two, for me, I think we kind of want to integrate effort among different countries community, but sharing the same vision, and then we can like grow stronger together.
And maybe I can share that the most close roadmap is like what we recently have to do, that since that we just finished our Iscobo, like a collaboration, and most of our developers also hack on it, and basically we learn something from Iscobo, and like maybe I think it's like next week we will have some like DK workshop. I'm Kevin will introduce some like DK email, DK P2P, or also cell protocol, and both of them we learn from the Iscobo. So we will host many workshops, and also we will collab with like Noded to have the blockchain MCP. So they have built the blockchain MCP, and we will collab with them and tell the student how to use it. And what I think the most important, we also collaborate with Oasis, and I think it's like the next month we will have a big collaboration for the workshop about the confidential EVM. And honestly, I do not understand how to make an EVM confidential, but I'm interested and just can't wait to learn from you. Yeah, that's all.
Yeah, that's awesome, right? Yeah. So TLDR guys, we are also in talks with XueDAO. We are planning a workshop, and it's gonna be happening around June, if I'm not wrong. Yeah. So super excited to be working together, and yeah, it's also very impressive that just now you guys mentioned that you guys have 8 projects from XueDAO and 6 of you guys won. It sounds like you guys are really onto something. Like every community member is like taking this really seriously and like just be very competitive whenever there's like a hackathon or like yeah, I think it's really amazing, and yeah, you guys have like a lot of potential, and it's definitely something that we would like to be in touch together and work together in the future as well. So yeah, super grateful to have you guys here. Let me see if there's any questions from the community. One second. Okay. I don't think there is. All right. I guess everyone is too shy to ask questions. But yeah, so just want to wrap this up, right? So thank you so much, guys, for being here today. And yeah, hope to see you guys in the future and chat with you guys again. Bye bye.
Yeah,
Thank you,
see you very
Jason.
soon. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
See
Bye
ya. Cheers.
bye.